Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today we're going over the healthy pre-workout drink, Celsius Heat. People have been requesting it ever since I did my original Celsius video, and that was like 6 months ago. So I'm finally getting to it now, because that's how long the request list is. Some of them I get to sooner than others. The new releases always come first, but I got Celsius Heat for you today, coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. And if it's your first time here and you want to stay informed on all things caffeine related, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every Tuesday night. Also, feel free to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all at Caffeine Man 1. So about 6 months ago, I did a review on the original Celsius and it seemed to go okay. It's much more of a sparkling water type energy drink. And I don't really overly like sparkling water, and I found several of the flavors to be hit or miss, but that's just my opinion. There's a lot of people that do like sparkling water, and it's not a very strong sparkling water flavor. If you don't mind sparkling water, they are pretty good. That being said, if you haven't actually seen that video, feel free to check it out, because I am going to be referring to it in parts of this video because they share some of the same ingredients. Therefore, for the sake of time, I'm not going to discuss those ingredients again because I already talked about them before. So in this video, I'm going to start off with a brief introduction as to what this drink is, which will then lead me into the ingredients of what makes this drink different than the original, concluded by a taste test of 6 different flavors. I believe there's 7 on the market, but I wasn't able to get them all. And there's only 3 up there because for some reason I thought I had duplicates of them all, but with the remodel going on, a lot of stuff's been moved back and forth, and I lost some of them. But I do have 6 flavors to taste for you today. I'll have timestamps in the description box down below, as well as a pinned comment. Also in the description box, I'll have a link to the original Celsius video that I did, as well as an Amazon affiliate link, because you gotta have those in the description box to make it easy for you guys to buy. So in general, one of the things that makes Celsius as a brand different from other energy drinks is that it's a thermogenic. As a thermogenic, its Meta Plus proprietary blend accelerates your metabolism, increasing your body's ability to burn fat and calories. They say there's 2 ways that the body burns fat: through increased heart rate and or increased body temperature, thermogenesis. When you drink Celsius and exercise, you're doing both, helping accelerate the burn, thus faster results. So why Celsius Heat over the original? Well, for the original, they actually get really mad when you call it an energy drink because they like to call it a fitness drink, but I like to make people mad, so I call it an energy drink. Celsius energy drink. I don't mind making some people mad. But Celsius Heat is actually a pre-workout drink. It says so right on the can. But with so many similarities, how does it change from an energy drink to a pre-workout drink? Let's take a look at the nutrition facts panel. In looking at the nutrition facts panels next to each other, besides the calorie difference, you'll see that these nutrition facts panels are pretty close to each other, right down to the proprietary blend. It uses the same exact proprietary blend as the original formula, which includes taurine, guarana seed extract, caffeine, glucuronolactone, ginger root extract, and green tea leaf extract. So what makes these Celsius Heats different than the original? Well, it does have 300 milligrams of caffeine. So for this 16-ounce can, that comes out to 18.75 milligrams per ounce. The original 12-ounce can had 200 milligrams of caffeine, so that came out to just about 6.5 milligrams per ounce. So it's not really a huge difference in milligrams per ounce, but it still packs a punch when you get that high. But the biggest difference in these drinks is the citrulline. Citrulline is most commonly found in foods such as watermelon, pumpkins, cucumbers, and gourds. But what does citrulline do? One major way that it works is by increasing vasodilation. Vasodilation refers to the widening of arteries or veins and is associated with lower blood pressure and increased blood flow. After citrulline is consumed, some of it is converted to another amino acid called arginine. Arginine is converted to a molecule called nitric oxide, which causes vasodilation of blood vessels by relaxing the smooth muscle cells that constrict them. Now, when it comes to citrulline and exercise performance, it's the increase in nitric oxide and blood flow that help exercise performance. And when it comes to endurance exercises, a single dose of citrulline does not seem to improve performance. However, it can increase the oxygen in the muscle tissue. This means that although the amino acid may not allow more oxygen to be used by the body as a whole, it could improve oxygen usage in the exercising muscle. This may ultimately allow for better exercise performance. And this has been seen in studies with the cycling community, where performance has been increased by taking citrulline supplements. In one study, cyclists that took citrulline were able to cycle 12% longer before exhaustion. Now, when it comes to weight training, several studies have shown that citrulline has positive effects. One study in men showed the effects of citrulline on the ability to perform repetitions during upper body exercise. Participants were able to perform 53% more repetitions after ingesting citrulline compared to the placebo. Even more impressive was that the participants' muscle soreness in the 2 days after exercising was 40% lower when they consume citrulline before exercising. So with those numbers, it really does seem like citrulline is a great ingredient for pre-workout. But as we all know, we need to take a closer look at the numbers, because a lot of these pre-workout drinks don't give you an optimal dose to really make a difference. Now there's 2,000 milligrams, that's 2 grams of citrulline in this drink. That sounds like it's pretty high, but let's take a look at the numbers. According to Healthline and WebMD, if you're using citrulline to help lower your blood pressure, which I'm guessing you're not if you're drinking an energy drink, you would typically take between 3 and 6 grams a day. Now, if you're looking to increase oxygen content in your muscles, taking 6 or more grams of citrulline per day for 7 days seems to be an effective dose. And if you're going to be weight training, about 4 grams of citrulline is an effective dose for weight training performance. In general, in looking at the medical website, it seems to be 3 to 6 grams are the recommended dosages, but I didn't just stop there. I went to several workout websites as well, and they actually have studies that they did, and in these studies, they said that their participants tried out a minimal dosage of 2 grams to see what the effects were. They showed that in these studies, a minimum of 2 grams was needed for any kind of minimal results, and recommended a higher dosage for better results. Anything under 2 grams wasn't effective. Therefore, these drinks have enough citrulline to give you some benefit in your workout, although minimal. And if you happen to use it every day, you have a better chance of it working as opposed to just a one-shot deal. And all that information, that's just for the citrulline. When you add in the 300 milligrams of caffeine, all the stuff that's in the proprietary blend, all the B vitamins, well then you got a great recipe for a great workout. But the question still remains, how do they taste? I wasn't a fan of the originals. I have higher hopes for these, and as always, I'll give you my honest review. Let's taste them out. So the 6 flavors that I have for you today are Inferno Punch, Apple Jacked, Cherry Lime, Strawberry Dragon Fruit, Blueberry Pomegranate, and Orangesicle. Apparently Rain wasn't the first one to come out with a creamsicle kind of flavor. And there are other ones out there too. Alani Nu did a tropsicle flavor, which I need to do a bonus video on. I got the can in my fridge right now. I've been waiting to drink it all this time for you guys. I don't like tasting them without you guys. I really don't. Maybe next week. I got so many videos planned for next week though. Anyway, let's get on with it. First up is gonna be the Inferno Punch. How many of you knew that was gonna be the first one? You guys know what order I like to go in. All right, back to color. I like color. I poured way too much, 300 milligrams, 6 of them, that's way too much. Don't drink it all. Just taste it out. No, I can say I definitely like it better than the original already. I don't taste any sparkling water flavor, which makes me have to look at it to see the ingredients. While I'm at it, let me just tell you the other ingredients real quick. Carbonated filtered water, citric acid, vegetable juice for color. There we go, no artificial colors, it's vegetable juice for color. Sucralose and natural flavor. Now I forgot what it tasted like. I didn't really forget, I just wanted another sip. It's got a light fruit punch flavor. It definitely doesn't have a sparkling flavor. That's what I didn't like about the original Celsius, was that it was more of a sparkling water flavor. This one doesn't have that sparkling water flavor. It's got a very light flavor, and that fruit punch is not really a punch of flavor, but it still has, I would say, kind of like a medium fruit punch. I've done a lot of reviews on energy drinks, as you know, and fruit punch is usually part of the core lineup, so I've had a lot of fruit punches. It's not overly sweet. It's probably got a low to medium sweetness. And it's got a medium fruit punch flavor, and I don't get tons of different fruits out of the fruit punch, really. I'm really getting kind of a medium to light fruit punch flavor. So if you're the type of person that likes a fruit punch, a regular fruit punch, and something that's not too sweet, because some people like really sweet fruit punch, I'm not a fan of the really sweet fruit punch, and some of those fruit punches are really sweet. I think this one's got a solid medium sweetness to it, and I'm a fan of it. As for the carbonation, Not much carbonation at all, very low on the carbonation. So first one, very excited. Compared to the originals, low carbonation, medium sweetness, medium fruit punch flavor, not too sickly sweet. This is a good refreshing drink. So where's it gonna go? On the Caffeine Man rating chart, it's a fruit punch. I usually don't rate fruit punches too high, but some of them are really good fruit punches. This one, I'm gonna give this a 7.6. That's pretty good for a Celsius fruit punch compared to my Celsius review. And actually back then, I didn't even have my Caffeine Man rating chart. That's how old that video is. But most of the Celsiuses were probably between like 4 and 7. I think one of them got like a 2.8. It's a good fruit punch. Let's move on to the next one. Next up is the Strawberry Dragon Fruit. A lot less this time. Ooh. Ooh. It's got some kick to it. Ooh. It's got like a citrusy tartness to it. It's definitely not the strawberry in there that's giving you that flavor. It's the dragon fruit that's in there. I'm not sure what to say about it. It took me by surprise. My goodness. I haven't had a lot of different dragon fruits, so when I taste dragon fruit, I get a little surprised by it, but it's got some powerful dragon fruit to it. I can barely taste the strawberry, so I'm gonna try again. Wow, yeah, so I'm only getting like a little bit of strawberry, but if you like dragon fruit, you're gonna get a solid dragon fruit out of here. It's doing things to my mouth. I hope I'm not allergic, my goodness. But yeah, it's actually a fairly potent dragon fruit flavor with a nice little strawberry to complement it as well. Overall, I'm not a huge fan of that combination, mostly because I don't really like dragon fruit a lot, but I will give credit where credit is due. It's actually, it's a really good flavor. The sweetness is probably about a medium sweetness as well. That dragon fruit really kind of overpowers any kind of sweetness that's to it, but you still do get a bit of sweetness out of it. Low carbonation, so I'm not going to talk about the carbonation anymore because I think all of them are going to be low. I'll just focus on the flavor. And yeah, so where's this one going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? I'm going to give this one a 7.5, and that's just based on my feelings of the drink. I try and be unbiased. If it was really like me and I'm like, oh, where's this going to be? It's like a 5. But no, it's not. It's really actually a good flavor. It's just not ranking as high because I'm not that big of a fan of dragon fruit. Moving on. Next up, we're going to try the Blueberry Pomegranate. And look at this thing. I don't know if you can tell. Look at that. This thing got beat up in the store, like to no end. And that's why, I think that's probably why it's $1.99. So it was discounted a little bit compared to the other ones. But this thing got beat up. It was the only one I could find though, and I was like, oh, they got the Blueberry Pomegranate. I don't have that one. And I said, do you have any more besides this? He's like, no, that's the last one. I'm like, I could see why it's the last one. Man, I don't know what's going to happen when I open it. I'm going to have to give it a break on the flavor too if the flavor's not that good, because the can, it doesn't seem like there's any fizz to it. I mean, I know they're lightly carbonated to begin with, but being beat up like that, it might have got some air in there or something. Let's taste it out. It did lose a bit of its fizziness, I think, compared to the other two. This doesn't seem to be that fizzy at all, but it's still pretty good. It actually has the healthy blueberry pomegranate feel to it. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's when you get those blueberry drinks that are the healthy blueberry drinks and they're not too sweet. Mix that in with a little bit of the pomegranate too, and you're getting a very healthy blueberry pomegranate drink. The sweetness isn't too high. I'm actually going to say that it's sort of a low to medium sweetness. I don't think it's as sweet as the other two, but it's definitely sweet. And I think what I like about these is that when I have the other healthy energy drinks that are a blueberry and they taste like a healthy blueberry, sometimes they'll have cane sugar and it's not sweet enough, and I kind of like a sweet blueberry. This has just enough sucralose and just enough sweetness to make it a good blueberry. I'm not saying it's a powerful blueberry, I'm not saying it's a strong blueberry, it's not a very sweet blueberry, but it's definitely a lightly sweet blueberry right before that level of not so good blueberry. So it's a good blueberry. Where's it going to be going? On the Caffeine Man rating chart, it's going slightly lower. I'm getting a 7.3. I know it might be because the can got beat up a little bit. Still, we're all in the 7, so these are getting good reviews. I still like most of them better than the original Celsius. Let's see if the last 3 are the top 3. I'm not even sure which one to try next exactly. Next up is going to be the Cherry Lime. And all of these seem to have a similar color. They all seem to be a reddish, pinkish color so far. Let's taste it out. That's pretty good. I've had several cherry limes, and this one's a bit different than the other cherry limes. I would say it's got like a 60% lime flavor with maybe a 40% cherry flavor. And just like the other ones, the flavor's a medium flavor. A lot of them have this medium flavor where they're not super powerfully strong like some of the other companies, but it's just enough to make it really good. They got kind of a clean feel to them too. Given that low carbonation and the healthiness of it, they actually do taste healthy, but a good kind of healthy. I've talked about it a few times in my other videos. Some people might be tired of hearing it, but there's the good kind of healthy, and then there's the bad kind of healthy. And the bad kind of healthy, people think make it extra healthy because it's extra earthy. But you can still have a good flavor healthy. This has a clean, healthy feel to it. It's probably one of the cleaner drinks I've had recently. And to be honest, I kind of like the clean flavors, and I'm on the lookout for more clean flavors. If you guys know any clean drinks, let me know in the comments down below. I'm actually going to be trying a clean drink next week because it's called Clean Cause, but I'm not sure if it actually tastes clean. I don't always go for clean drinks, but that's because there's not really that many on the market. I'm not sure if it's a niche audience for the clean drinks, but I know I like them because they're refreshing. Anyway, cherry lime, it's actually got a pretty good lime flavor to it. It's got a little bit of cherry to balance it out. And overall, on the Caffeine Man rating chart, I'm going to give this one 6.7. Next up, I'm going to go for the Orangesicle. I was going to save it for last, but decided I'd leave it second to last because obviously I'm going to have to compare it to the Reign. I'm not sure if that's a fair comparison because the Reigns are really known for packing a punch and being very sweet. And from what I'm gathering from these Celsius drinks, they're going for a healthier option with lighter flavors. So I figured I would try this one out before I get to the last one. As you know, from that Reign review, a lot of people, not just me, loved the orange creamsicle. They said it tasted just like an orange creamsicle that you get to drink, and a lot of people liked it. I liked it, even though I wasn't a huge fan of the actual creamsicles, but it was a good refreshing treat. It tasted like I was drinking a creamsicle. I can see that going over really well in the summertime. Let's taste this one out. Oh, we got an orange color, well, actually yellow color. Interesting. Definitely has the feel of a creamsicle. When you drink it, you're not getting solid orange flavor. You are getting a little bit of that vanilla creamsicle kind of flavor to it, but it actually tastes more like a tangerine creamsicle. I'm not sure if it's because they're going for that more natural orange flavor, so it's not a super sweet orange flavor. It tastes a little more tangerine-y to me at least. And comparing it to Reign Dreamsicle, it's definitely not as sweet, and it does actually have a lot more orange tartness to it, whereas the Reign was more of a sweet orange flavor. Going in again though. Yeah, I could actually see this growing on me. It's definitely a different take on a creamsicle, but I still think it's pretty good. The orange flavor isn't your typical orange flavor, and that vanilla flavor balances off just a little bit. If anything, I say that this is kind of like a 75 to 80% orange flavor with just a little bit of vanilla in it, where the Reign seemed to be more like a 60-40 ratio. I'm not even sure if I gave it a ratio, but this one's definitely stronger in the orange flavor. So if you guys like to have a strong orange creamsicle flavor, you got a strong orange flavor here, medium sweetness, low carbonation. Where's it going on that Caffeine Man rating chart? Well, you know, in comparing them to all the other ones, based on flavor, I'm giving this one a 7.9. So far, it's the second to last one. I try and taste the best one. I try and guess what the best one is last, saving the best for last. See if it's going to be a 7.9. Last one on the list, going to be the Apple Jacked. There we go. That's an interesting color. I need to check to see if that's vegetable juice too. Ah, nope. See, this one uses fruit juice for color. Ah, as well as turmeric. I can't read that other word. Not because I have bad eyes, but because the printing is like blurred together. Maybe I got bad eyes. Oleoresin. Oleoresin. Turmeric oleoresin. I don't even know what that is. I didn't look it up. I'm sorry. I know what turmeric is. Turmeric's good for you. Let's taste it out. Caffeine Man does not do it again. Not trying to save the best for last, but I'm not getting that out of this one. It's definitely very acidic. Apples can be that way. I sometimes get that flavor out of apple cider. Even apple juice tends to be relatively acidic. I find orange juice to be more acidic. Usually orange juice, pineapple juice, and grapefruit juice are really acidic, and then apple juice tends to be a little bit acidic. And this one has a little more acidity to it than I expected from an apple. It's also got a sour flavor to it. As you know, sour apple is my favorite one of Rain because it had a good sour and a good apple. This has an apple, and the sour isn't so great of a sour flavor. And I'm actually getting an aftertaste of that sour acidic flavor. So I'm going to give it a second, and then I'm going to go in again, see if I can get more flavor out of it. I am getting some apple out of it as well, so it's definitely an apple feel to it, but it seems to be pretty acidic. And the apple flavor is kind of a tart apple as well, so you are getting a fairly decent apple flavor to it, but that acidity is too much for me. If you like acidic drinks and you like the sours, you might actually like this one, but there's just something off about the sour on there. It's really yeah, I'm not liking it. Sorry. Yeah, and definitely not very sweet at all. The other ones were a medium sweetness, but if this was a medium sweetness, it's being cut into a lot by that sour acidity. So I would actually say that this is kind of a low sweetness, and it's like really sour and acidic. See, and I think that's what the problem I'm having is that I don't mind sour. I can drink the sours. I like the sour apple by Rain. I like the sour cherry by G Fuel. I like several different sours that I was surprised by. But this has a bit of acidity to it too that's a bit strong. And this is pretty acidic. Where's it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? I hate to say it, but I gotta give this like a 4.8. Still better than some of the other Celsiuses, I'm sure. And those are the 6 drinks for you. I liked 5 out of the 6 of them, so I actually was quite impressed by them compared to the original line. I definitely like a lot of these flavors better. They definitely still have a healthy feel to them, but as you can see, they almost all ranked high in the 7s, which is definitely a good rating. So I highly recommend you guys check these out if you're into 300 milligrams, if you're into working out, if you like citrulline as an ingredient, it's in this drink. Let me know in the comments down below if you've had this or if you think you're going to try it because of the citrulline. That's all I have for you today. And you know what, guys? Take it all in right now because last time you're going to see it, that's right, next video, it's got to be something else. I know I'm excited about it, but it's probably not going to look all that much different to you guys. It's a small room. Can't do much. Till next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night. Last one on the list, going to be the Sour Jad. No. Thank you. How nice of you.